Season's greetings, everyone. I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Oral Reports. Well, everyone, December has arrived again, which means Christmas time is on its way. And from this festive season onwards, I'll be naming my Christmas marathons as A Hearts-Warming Christmas. Anyway, if you guys recall, last year, I looked at the obscure Nutcracker Suite, which came all the way from Peru. And while I think it's an interesting adaptation, we all know it can never top the original book by E.T.A. Hoffmann, or the classic Nutcracker ballet, composed by Piotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky. But still, it is disappointing that Tchaikovsky detested said ballet. Also, ever since my Nutcracker Suite blog, I've been mentioning in a few of my past blogs that Disney would release a new take on the Nutcracker story. And of course, it's the subject of my blog today. Released on November 2nd, 2018, the movie is The Nutcracker and the Four Realms. Now let's get started. Young Clara Stahlbaum needs a magical, one-of-a-kind key to unlock a box that contains a priceless gift from her late mother. A golden thread presented to her at her godfather Drosselmeyer's annual holiday party leads her to a coveted key which promptly disappears into a strange and mysterious parallel world. It's there that Clara encounters a Nutcracker soldier named Philip, a gang of mice, and the regents who preside over 3 realms. Clara and Philip must brave the anonymous 4th realm, home to the tyrant Mother Ginger, to retrieve Clara's key and hopefully return harmony to the unstable world. So, what are my thoughts on this version? Well, to be honest, the story was a bit cliched and some parts were predictable, but I find this movie to be really magical and full of Christmas wonder and enchanting music. Yes, you heard me. I enjoyed it. But to further explain why I like the movie, let's move on to Mustang notes. Now, this movie marks the 3rd time Disney adapted the Nutcracker. The previous 2 versions were the Nutcracker Suite segment from Fantasia, and of course, the Nutcracker cartoon from 1999 starring Mickey Mouse. The film was announced in March 2016, with Lasse Hallström directing a script by Ashley Powell. Filming began in October 2016 in South Kensington and Pinewood Studios in England, and wrapped in late January of 2017. In December 2017, it was reported that Joe Johnston would helm 32 days of reshoots, scripted by Tom McCarthy due to Hallström being unavailable. Hallström would still oversee post-production. It was later revealed that Hallström and Johnston would voluntarily decide to receive a joint directorial credit for the movie. The production had a total budget of about $132.9 million, including spending $109.6 million. Also to note, the Walt Disney Studios panel revealed that the Mouse King is a cutting-edge CGI creation, taking inspiration and motion capture from Charles Little Buck Riley. Now, believe me when I say that I actually saw this movie in theaters 3 times. Anyway, what I like about this movie, other than the setting in London, is the world of the 4 realms. In the film, Clara gets there by going down a long, mysterious hallway with owls and mice on the wallpaper, which feels kind of like that endless hallway in the Haunted Mansion. Anyway, the hallway leads to a hollowed tree trunk, which takes Clara to a wintry forest with Christmas trees. And in my opinion, this parallel world looks very beautiful. Plus, I think the four realms, known as the land of amusement, the land of snowflakes, land of flowers, and the land of sweets, represent a few of the music pieces from the Nutcracker ballet. Plus, we learn that time flows pretty differently in the four realms compared to Clara's world in London. Speaking of which, one of my favorite scenes in the movie is where we see a ballerina princess, played by Misty Copeland, performing a ballet which tells the story of Clara's late mother and the Four Realms creation. Speaking of which, I think composer James Newton Howard did a great job updating the original Nutcracker music and adding some new tracks in it. Also, at the beginning of the ballet and during the end credits, Maestro Gustavo Dudamel has a brief cameo conducting the London Philharmonic Orchestra in a shot modeled after the Toccata and Fugue in D minor segment from Fantasia. What's more, Andrea Bocelli and his son Matteo contributed an original duet called Fall on Me, which premiered on Dancing with the Stars Disney Night on October 22nd, 2018. To me, this song is very beautiful, and it really warms my soul because, as you all know, I am a sucker when it comes to Italian-styled singing, due to my dad being from Italy. Plus, I really love how Andrea and Matteo sing this together. Also, I think this is the first time since A Christmas Carol from 2009 where Andrea sang for a Disney Christmas movie. As for the story, well, it feels kind of familiar. It's almost like a sequel to the original source material, where the main character is unsure of herself, journeys into another world where she's tasked to do something she's never done before in her life, and comes across an unexpected villain. It's kind of like Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland, with a bit of Chronicles of Narnia and Oz the Great and Powerful. Also, there are two little nitpicks I have with this movie. One is that the title of the movie does not appear until the end credits, and two, this movie was released a bit too early. I mean, this would have been better to have released after Thanksgiving in order to set everyone into the Christmas mood. But instead, they released it in the beginning of November, right after everyone was recovering from Halloween and were focusing on Thanksgiving plans. But anyway, let's move on to the cast. Our main protagonist, Princess Clara Stahlbaum, is played by Mackenzie Foy, best known as the little girl from the 2016 Little Prince movie. Clara is a young girl who travels into the Four Realms searching for a key to a golden egg with a pentumbler lock, which was given to her by her late mother, Queen Marie. I really like Clara. She's intelligent, curious, crafty, knowledgeable, and creative. Plus, she makes an excellent leader when guiding an army to the Fourth Realm. Also, Mackenzie Foy's performance as Clara really makes her like another live-action Disney princess, kind of like Amy Adams as Giselle from Enchanted. However, there are a few times throughout the movie where Clara thinks about times when her mother was still alive. Next we have Captain Philip Hoffman, played by Fowora-Knight, who was a Beagle Boy in Mickey and the Roadster Racers, and he appeared in Ready Player One. Philip is a Nutcracker soldier who helps Clara on her journey. Philip was brought to life by a combination of magic and science, and he swears to protect the rightful ruler of the Four Realms. I really like this character too. He's kind, wise, brave, and loyal. He is also a skilled swordsman, and he has a brilliant scientific mind. He shows great loyalty and faithfulness to both Clara and the realms, giving the former pep talks and encouraging her to keep going when she doubts her abilities. In addition, Philip does his best to help and protect Clara, even going into a mouse-made tunnel after a huge group of mice captured her and dragged her into it. Next is Mother Ginger, played by Helen Mirren, whom I remember from The Prince of Egypt, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and Monsters University. Ginger is the regent of the Land of Amusements, aka the Fourth Realm. Now, to be honest, yes, Ginger does seem very mysterious and eccentric, especially with the way her realm looks, all dark, gray, and misty. But in reality, Ginger is a kind woman, and living with her are a huge group of mice led by mouse ranks and 7 clowns who protect her giant moving palace. Also, I think Ginger is very skilled with a whip. Our next character is the Sugar Plum Fairy, the regent of the Land of Sweets, played by Elizabeth Swann herself, Keira Knightley, who was also in Star Wars Episode 1 and the 2004 King Arthur movie. Now, on the surface, Sugar Plum appears childishly innocent and kind, acting very sweet and concerned for the realm's safety, and very adoring to both Marie and Clara. But in reality, inside hides a vengeful and embedded mind. After Queen Marie left to be with her human family, Sugar Plum became very resentful of her former queen and became bitter and vindictive, desiring to conquer all the realms as a sort of childish spite against Marie. Despite this, she was able to maintain a kindly facade for years and was manipulative enough to convince the others that Mother Ginger was the evil one, and she manipulated Clara and Philip into getting the key for her. Plus, Sugar Plum is very ruthless, and she doesn't care who she hurts in order to get what she wants. Also, to me, her plan to use Marie's engine to bring an army of tin soldiers to life kind of reminds me of a similar scene in the Santa Claus 2. We also have Clara's godfather, Drosselmeyer, played by Morgan Freeman, best known from Deep Impact, Bruce Almighty, the Dark Knight trilogy, the Lego Movie, and Lucy. Like in the original E.T.A. Hoffman story, Drosselmeyer is a skilled inventor. However, in this film, during his Christmas ball, Drosselmeyer tells Clara that the egg was a creation of his that he gave to Clara's mother when she was very young, and that her mother's wish was to bestow the gift to her daughter. Also, while Drosselmeyer does not have that many scenes in this movie, he does send his pet owl to look after Clara while she's in the Four Realms. Another character to talk about is Mouseranks, a mischievous mouse from the Fourth Realm. This little rodent is first seen in the Christmas forest snatching the key that Clara was looking for, and takes it to her mistress, Mother Ginger. However, while Mouseranks can be sneaky and mischievous, I think she makes a decent supporting character, like when she helps Clara find another way into the machine room and guides Philip to Mother Ginger in order to convince her to help Clara overthrow Sugarplum. Also, I think it's very awesome when Mouseranks and the other mice group together to form one big giant mouse known as the Mouse King. And the regents of the two other realms, Hawthorne from the Land of Flowers and Shiver from the Land of Snowflakes, are played by Eugenio Derbez and Richard E. Grant. To me, these two are decent characters. However, my favorite would have to be Shivers, because he makes me think of Snow Miser from The Year Without a Santa Claus. Plus, snow is my favorite element. And now, let's move on to my final words. Overall, The Nutcracker and the Four Realms is a pretty decent movie to see during the Christmas season. Despite a cliched and predictable story, as well as an early theatrical release date, the music stays true to Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker Suite, plus a few characters like Clara and Philip are great main characters, plus Mouseranks and Mother Ginger were decent supporting characters, and Sugarplum was the last character I would expect as a Nutcracker villain. Also, the scenery and visuals in the Four Realms look very beautiful and magical. I give this movie a 70% out of 100. Not really a Christmas classic, but it comes pretty close. Also, I do recommend you guys to go see this movie in theaters while you still have a chance. Well, that's it for today, everyone. Be sure to tune in next time, because next we're going to look into a Christmas special starring 3 special little girls from a cartoon series that just turned 20 years old this year, Mustang Power.